Vanderbilt went winless last year, but again, it was an all SEC schedule, so it wasn't as bad as you might think. Let's see what this record could be in 2021 as we project it. And again, this is not an official prediction. This is simply a projection based off of the schedule and just kind of grouping games together, opponents together, and putting some rough percentages on there. 0-9 last year. But with some non-conference games back on the schedule, you would think Vandy will not be winless in 2021. This is the scale that we use to do this projection. If the game stays in white, it'll be 41 to 59%. Those are 50-50 games that could go either way. Less than 10% in red, 10 to 25 in orange, 26 to 40 in yellow, 60 to 74 in purple, 75 to 90% in blue. More than 90%, it'll be in green. And we've got one of those for Vandy, ETSU, FCS opponent. Now, it's not at close to 99%, but I think it's in the low 90s. They should win this game. They will be much more talented, and it would be a pretty big upset if they were to lose. And then we go to the blue. We got UConn, and I think they go in that 75 to 90% category. This team has been awful the last few years. Really no reason to expect Vandy to lose that matchup. How about in the purple? Do we have any of those? I think you got one. You got Colorado State. That's a game where I think Vandy will be favored by about a touchdown, but it will be on the road against a decent group of 5 teams, so they won't be big favorites, and it's definitely a game that they could possibly lose. 3 games where I think they're going to be favored. Now we flip to the other side and look at the games where they will be underdogs. Starting in the red, we've got one of those, Georgia. They've got no chance. They will not beat Georgia. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, no chance. That's the only game, though, that I would say they have no chance in. The orange are going to be games where they have a very small chance to win. They'll be double-digit underdogs, and I think you've got 4 of those games. Florida on the road, Missouri and Kentucky, and then Ole Miss because it's on the road. I just don't see Vandy having much of a chance in any of these games. If they were to win one of them, it would be a pretty big upset. So I think you can put those 4 games in the purple, and then we move it up to the yellow. That's the rest of the schedule. Stanford, South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. I think Vandy will be clear underdogs in these games, but not huge underdogs. They'll be about a touchdown underdog, I think, in all 4 games. Tennessee, South Carolina might be 50-50 games if they were at home, but playing on the road, I think that is enough to bump those down into the yellow. So you can see with Vandy here, we've used every color except for the white. We didn't have any 50-50 games. And when you do this projection, the way we do it, we count the green and the blue as wins, the purple 60%, the yellow 40%. We average out those games. Again, we're just averaging out the purple and the yellow. The orange, those games are counted as losses. And when you average everything out for Vanderbilt, their projected record comes out to 4-8. So the projection would say that, yes, they're going to beat ETSU, they're going to beat UConn. And then out of Colorado State, Stanford, South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. Out of those 5 games, the projection would have them winning 2 of them. They would go 2-3 those games. Who would they beat? I don't know. But again, when you just average it out, the averages would say that Vandy could win a couple of those games. So 4-8, the projection for Vanderbilt. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Think they'll be better or worse? Give me your thoughts down in the comments below.